Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I wanted to come and give a quick, y'all know me, hard for me to be quick, review of Stanford's Education Programs for Gifted Youth, or EPGY program. We use this program for math and language arts. We started the program in January of 2013, so January of this year. We hit it real hard through April, and then pretty much took the summer off, and we're just starting to get back into the routine. So we've had it for a few months, and I have been amazingly impressed with it. First, I'll start out with some basics about the program. There are two types of programs for EPGY. One is a full course where you pay course by course. You get an instructor or professor from the university who is going to really manage the course for your child. So within the embedded lectures, if your child has additional questions, they're going to ask their professor. The professor is going to assign quizzes, a final grade, and also they'll get an official transcript. We actually don't use that part of the program. We may switch over to that part of the program when the kids are a little bit older in algebra, wanting to do some higher level classes. But for us, the open enrollment program works great. Open enrollment program, we pay for 10 months at a time, and it's $135 per child for that 10-month time frame. But what you get is access to K math through algebra, as well as grammar, language arts, from about the 3rd through 8th grade level. So it doesn't matter how fast your child goes. For instance, my daughter, she's 5. She loves math. They started her in kindergarten math, and she completed kindergarten math, 1st grade math, and went into 2nd grade math from January through April. So it's, really amazing. I know that it's very accurate in their where they put the kids. My kids have been, achievement tested, and my daughter was working in the 2nd grade math range. So it was very accurate for us as far as where they placed the children, how they were doing. Another thing that I like is that each session is only 20 minutes. So 20 minutes of math, 20 minutes of language arts. When I was doing more like Singapore math, which I love Singapore math, when I was doing Singapore math, I would probably have them working for longer than 20 minutes at a time. This is just having them do 20 minutes and then they're done in each of the areas. But they get so much accomplished. I'm going to show you guys my daughter's paper work. So this is one of the reports that you can get at any time that you go into the system. And as you guys can see, the last time my daughter worked in the system was a couple days ago. This was her 53rd session. She's worked a total of 1,060 minutes. So you guys see, we don't hit it real hard. We do about 4 or 5 days a week when we're in school. But she has worked, as you can see, 2,048 problems. Her overall percent correct, 99%. So of the 2,048 problems that she's done in the program, she has only gotten 4 problems wrong. Now, EPGY actually tells us that her percentage correct is too high. So I need to bump her up a level, because children should be receiving, they should get some level of frustration. And so if you can develop a child that has way too much perfectionism, if they just get everything right and they don't have any challenge when they're young. So, and all 3 of my kids, they need to be bumped up levels, because all 3 of them are still in the 99% correct range. So, once we start really hitting school really hard again back in August, I'll bump them up a level to see if I can meet an area of challenge for them. But I love the reports that you get in the program. Another report that you get, this is just one of the pages. I'll see if I can let it come in for you. I think this is from her twin. And it says, okay, concepts, addition equations, for 4. So addition equations for the number 4, and an addition equation for the number 9. It says we've done 5 problems in that, and he's gotten 100% of them right. Okay, well, any of those lines, I can click on that line, and it will show me exactly what problems he answered for that concept. Amazing. So I can see, did he get it right on the first try? Did he get it right on the 2nd try? Or did he get it wrong? If he got the problem wrong, we can sit down, go through that problem again, and then If he gets it right, I know he understands the concept. It will still show that he got it wrong on the printout, but I'll know that he understands it. So I love it because for the 1,500 problems, my son has done, I can go back to any one of those problems and check them and make sure that he understands the concept. So I really, really like that aspect of it. My oldest son, he is doing the language arts as well. And I will show you guys a report for that. So for language arts, he's done 31 sessions. We don't do language arts as much just because he's also doing an easy read program. He's done a total of 653 minutes, and he's done 588 exercises, and his overall correct is 99%. Again, that percentage correct is a little bit high. I may need to bump him up a level, but the thing that I love about the language arts is that, it's going over things like parts of speech and structure and composition. So he's really learning the depth of language arts. But because he is dyslexic, he's not handicapped in the program. If there's a long paragraph that he needs to read, we can press the audio button and it will read the program. It'll read the paragraph to him because it's not a reading program. It's a grammar program. So they will read the paragraph and then ask him a question, and he has to answer in a complete sentence. And the way that you do that is they'll give you a word bank of, let's say, 50 words. And then from that word bank, you have to select the words that you want, put them in a sentence, and then submit, hit OK. And then it'll say, good job, or try again, or they'll get the answer wrong. And so he understands how to write in a complete sentence. He understands, everything that is necessary in language arts at this level, but he's not held back by his dyslexia. So he's not focusing on, now, how do you spell this word or how do you spell that word? This is not a spelling program. It's a language arts. So I really like that they have made this a legitimate language arts program. So many other programs try to combine spelling and reading, and those are very different types of skills. So this has been really good for that. EPGY is great if you have a child working above grade level. The reason is because a lot of times when young children are working above grade level, when you get into higher level math and language arts, there tends to be a lot of demand to write. A lot of times, younger children, their fine motor skills aren't there. Since it's computer-based, they don't have to have the intricate fine motor skills. They won't get tired from doing a lot of writing. So they get to go forward in their, where they are level-wise without being restricted or handicapped because their fine motor skills aren't there. And I also love that even for the language arts, it's 20 minutes. He's gone over by, a few minutes here and there sometimes just because he's in the middle of answering a question and it may take him 2 minutes to answer the question. But once he answers the question, then the system will automatically, take him out and say your session is completed and then pop up that report. I can review the reports at any time. I love that, I can have a printout of everything they've done and all the problems that they've done. I know exactly how much they're working. The program is working them a lot harder than I would have worked them, but they don't complain about it at all. There is no way I would have taken my daughter through, 2,000 problems in a few months. There's no way I would have had her complete kindergarten and first grade math, in 4 or 5 weeks. I just wouldn't have done it. Even with Singapore math, we probably, she may have hit first grade math, maybe second semester of first grade math, but I probably would not have, taken her through 2 years of math in 5 weeks. I know I wouldn't have done it, but the system did it, and she enjoyed every minute of it. And she was doing it, she was knocking out, 30, 40 problems, in a 20-minute session. And just giggling and laughing and clapping and having a good time through the whole thing. So it's a program that I highly recommend if you have, I think it can be used as a standalone. We supplement with other things, but it's going to track very similar to Singapore math and actually bring in some concepts that aren't covered. For instance, there's a ton of logic and reasoning in the math program. amazing. You usually don't find that in a math program, but they have a ton of those. They have a lot of word problems that get more and more complex as they go up, but again, it's really great, and it's a level of math depth that I have not seen, especially for the younger levels. I haven't seen a lot of logic in a first grade math program, even with Singapore and Life of Fred, and we're getting it in EPGY. And for the price, I think we're definitely getting our money's worth, and we're going to stick with it. It's something that I can highly recommend. If you have any questions about the program, feel free to post those and I will respond to them. But I'm trying not to make this too long, so I think I've covered kind of the basics of the program, how it's working for us. All 3 kids are using it. We're loving it. We're sticking with it. So this is Dr. J, and I'm out. Bye-bye.